If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. As we always see after some type of event, if it's the bombings, the false flag bombings that we've seen over in the UK recently, Ariana Grande's concert, or something like Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma, we get all of everyone's favorite celebrities together to be the philanthropists that they are, which I've discussed, which is just one of the great big hoaxes in our world, using philanthropy as a part of mind control to deceive the masses into thinking that these people are just wonderful people, doing what they can to help, asking you for your money, which normally gets thrown in the garbage can because it goes right back to the same elites that we all work and slave for. Doesn't go to the victims. So I'll talk a little bit about the hand-in-hand benefit, which is just filled with the world's finest witches who will be getting together to sing, such as Beyonce. We'll see George Clooney show up. Sounds terrific, right? All asking you to help, even though these people could pretty much by themselves fix this entire problem that's occurred, right? But why should they have to do it? That would be the response. We should all pitch in. Even the people who print money, who could just do this over at the Federal Reserve and fix it. Of course not. Now, before I get into the Red Cross and these other charity scams, I mean, look how blatant and in our faces this is. Look at the logo for Hand in Hand. If you can't see that that is a master's grip, a Freemason handshake, where the fingers actually interlock on the wrist, then you might need to look again or put your glasses on, because that is a master's grip. And who is behind all of these things? Well, we know that there's many orders right inside of this giant pyramid, but we know Freemasons make up a large portion of it. They might be the bottom feeders to some, but this is the master's grip. That is the logo for Hand in Hand. Look at it. Look how in our faces this is. It's unbelievable what they get away with in plain sight. Hand in hand, showing you the master's grip. The master's grip is given by taking hold of the other person's hand as if you were going to shake hands, then place the nails of each of your fingers into the joint of the other person's wrist where it unites with the hand. There it is, folks. Nah. We're all just crazy, right? Give me a break. Now, these charities are some of the greatest scams in the world, and people are finally catching on to the Red Cross, which is great. I've talked about these breast cancer awareness charities. We're well aware of breast cancer. Do we need to have a breast cancer month where people go and they jog and they think that they're helping these people out who are suffering from breast cancer? Or do you think maybe we should say, what's the amount of money that's needed to be raised so that we can get a resolution to this? Oh, wait, there already is a cure. They just don't release these to the public. You see, that's how guys like Jimmy Carter can get brain cancer reversed and live to be 100. That's how George Bush Sr. is walking around like the grandfather from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, still kicking. Because these people have the cures for these things. They have all of it. These charities are nothing but scams. Now, I've discussed this before about the Red Cross. Maybe no bigger scam out there. And we're hearing people say, don't donate to the Red Cross, finally, because they're saying they didn't even show up in Florida during Irma. Others in Houston are saying donating to the Red Cross is a waste of money. But I've talked about this before, and I mentioned it in a video, but it wasn't specifically about the Red Cross. Clara Barton, the founder of the American Red Cross, is She's fourth generation related to William Town, who is the father of 3 accused witches in the Salem witch trials in 1692. So there's a connection there between Clara and the witches and covens that run and control all of these organizations. The same can be seen with the Red Cross in the UK, how it goes back to Freemasonry, and how Freemasonry really controls all these branches. They're controlled by covens, Satanists, Freemasons. It's all a giant scam. And you can even see over on the Red Cross's UK site, Freemasons Grand Charity. Over the last 30 years, the Masons have granted over 2 million euros to the British Red Cross. I mean, it just goes on to brag about how great they are. And philanthropy, like I've said, you know, this is documented in the books that they teach, that these people read as they're indoctrinated with the occult, that philanthropy is one of the great deceptions that they can use to give themselves this image in the public eye of being great people, right? David Rockefeller, one of the lowest forms of life to ever live, has a David Rockefeller Foundation. All these charities set up where nobody knows where the money really goes anyway. And they throw these rich galas, these rich balls for millions of dollars. Like, oh, we're having a charity ball for autism. Meanwhile, they're all walking around wearing masks, drinking, eating caviar, all in the name of philanthropy. And people go, oh, that's wonderful that they're doing this. Doing what? So they're not curing anything. They're not doing anything. They're rubbing it in our faces. But people just go, well, who are you to say? What have you done? What have you done? Have you run in a breast cancer charity race? No, I haven't. You know why? Because it's not going to cure breast cancer. And guess what? Breast cancer awareness, prostate awareness month, all this stuff. We're all aware at this stage. So now that people are aware, you know, that the Red Cross, of course, has ties going back to Salem. What a shock, right? What a shock that the Red Cross has ties going back to Freemasonry. Let's talk about the hand-in-hand telethon here, because this is what they do. They roll out Beyonce. They roll out all of these Satanists to come out and beg you to give your money so you can feel good about yourself. They don't talk about the weather manipulation. They don't talk about the fact that they have the capability to divert these storms if they chose to. No, they won't talk about that. It says dozens of celebrities, from A-list actors to musicians to athletes, will gather in 3 cities Tuesday in an effort to raise money for victims of Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. Hand in hand, a benefit for hurricane relief. Will be a 1-hour-long telethon broadcast simultaneously from New York, LA, Nashville, featuring the likes of Beyonce, George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Justin Timberlake, and the Satanist witch herself, Oprah Winfrey. It'll be televised on every major network. Boy, so every network getting together. If that's not enough for people to go, all these networks who just work hand in hand with each other. People just go, oh, it's competition, ABC versus NBC, all owned by the same people, all working together here. Now they're coming out and asking you for your money. Oprah's got enough money to save a third world country. Why doesn't Oprah just take care of Houston and Florida and fix it herself? Oh, well, don't worry about them, what they do with their money. Now, you donate yours, even though you don't have any proof. There's no tracking. You donate $100. You don't know where that's going. Probably going to someone who's answering the phone at the Red Cross. That's why donating and helping the homeless and helping people in need just needs to be done on your own. See somebody out there who needs a meal? Give them a meal. Buy them a meal. Hand them a meal. Do it that way so you know that you're actually helping in a sense instead of just picking up a phone. I mean, now they got you texting in phone numbers. Text this number all over the TV all weekend, right? Hey, you got $9.99? Text this number and you'll automatically donate $10 to the Red Cross, which will go to help no one. Sounds like a great plan, right? As they laugh in our faces. You're going to be seeing hand in hand on every single channel live performances from Beyonce, George Strait. Their organizers are saying proceeds from the special benefit several charity organizations, including United Way of Greater Houston, Habitat for Humanity, Save the Children. Don't even get me started. Save the Children. Yeah, these are the kinds of people who want to save the children. These are all the people who abuse their children, who continue this vicious cycle of abuse that these kids grow up into, and then they become handlers and they do it to their own kids. It's a joke. Feeding Texas and the Mayor's Fund for Hurricane Harvey relief is another one they'll be donating to. There'll be more announced as the needs for those affected by Hurricane Irma are evaluated. So this is what they do, right? And this is how they keep that perspective in the public eye, that these people are wonderful, great people. Oh, they would never be doing anything satanic or occultic. Remember, this is the mindset they have. Their good deeds outweigh their bad deeds. For all of the awful things that these people do, which we can't even imagine the long laundry list of awful things these people will do, they think when they do stuff like this, oh, it's helping and it balances things out. Because remember, these are all things that they talk about. Balance, as above, so below. Your good deeds outweigh your bad. That's the black and white esoteric crap that these losers believe in. But when they come out and they roll this stuff out after all of these tragic events, they always have these, these telethons on TV. And all this does is just create the perspective in people's minds that these are good people. Look how they're taking their time out of their day to sing a song for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Or I should say 3 minutes and 33 seconds, because that's what most songs are. Not by coincidence, obviously. And they come out and they sing a song, and oh, they're really helping those in need from Hurricane Harvey. And these people really help. They get together, and they would just take care of it on their own. But again, you'll hear ridiculous projections about how much it's going to cost to fix it. And don't forget Hurricane Jose, which you can't even see, really, if you look at some of these maps. They're saying it's coming to the East Coast at some point. It's going to take some magical trajectory, which has never happened before, where it's just going to shoot up the East Coast. And nobody's saying boo about how that's skeptical. Nobody. Everybody's focusing on the me, right? The philanthropy. This is still, they make this stuff about the individual. So even these types of events, the hand in hand, they do this, right? They mock us. They rub it in our faces. They ask us to pay for the things that they do, the damage that they cause. But they also make this about the individual. So the person who texts in can tweet it on their Facebook. So it could be about them going, look, I'm a good person. I donate $10 to hurricane relief, right? Instead of doing something on their own, instead of everybody getting down there and helping or doing whatever we can, right? I'm not being a hypocrite about it, because someone will go, well, why don't you go and do something about it? I'm talking about the mindset, right? The Facebook mentality. People going, look, I donated to the hand in hand. Here's me wearing the shirt. Everybody, I'd encourage you to do it too, because everybody thinks they're their own celebrity in their own mind. This is just more of the same crap. The Red Cross, which connects back to the Salem witch trials, which was started by a witch. And don't even say, oh, well, how do you know that she was one? Oh, yeah. The whole family's a bunch of witches. Must be a coincidence, right? Let's start our own Red Cross tomorrow. We'll call it Brown Cross. Like poop. Yeah, we'll start it tomorrow. It's going to become this huge thing. It's going to be on every single channel, and people will donate, and we'll start a huge business out of it. I mean, give me a break. This is all set up. All these charities are run by Masons. They're run by witches. They're run by Satanists. They collect a huge portion of the money that's donated, keep it for themselves. Don't forget that they're employing people to answer phones. They're paying rent. They're paying bills. The money is just going to these organizations. It's not going directly to somebody whose house was torn down. Of course not. People fall for it. They don't ask any questions. They just go, oh, okay, I'll donate. Here, let me text the number and get back to my Pokemon game. It's ridiculous. And they all come out of the woodwork so that people continue to kiss their rear ends and go, what a great person Beyonce is. These people would never be involved in the occult or Satanism. They're just wonderful people. All part of the scam, folks. So take it in. Check it out for yourself. You'll see the scam. I'm sure you'll see plenty of pyramids, all-seeing eyes. Hand signals probably will be more common during this than actual symbols, because it's probably just going to be done in front of like a green screen or something in a studio somewhere with no audience. But it's all a joke. It's all mockery. It's all them spitting in our faces over and over again. And that's what hand in hand a benefit for hurricane relief is. These people are not helping anyone, and this money is not going to help anyone who's been, a victim of this geoengineered hurricane, weaponized weather events that we've seen over the last few weeks. That's for sure. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.